What if I told you the richest people in the world don't work the hardest? They don't have more hours in a day. They just understand something that most people ignore, something that's boring, quiet, and unbelievably powerful. It's called compound interest, money that makes more money on its own without lifting a finger. Sounds too good to be true, right? It's not. In fact, it's the most reliable path to wealth that exists. But here's the problem. Most people never take the first step. They're chasing fast money. They're gambling on meme stocks. They're waiting for the perfect time to start. And in that waiting, they lose everything they could have built. Now, if you're in your 20s, this is the moment because the clock is your greatest asset, not your job, not your salary, not even your intelligence. Time. The one thing you can't buy, but the one thing that can make you rich. Let's break it down. Compound interest is when your money earns interest, and that interest earns more interest over and over again. It starts slow, painfully slow. The first year, maybe you earn a couple bucks. The second, a few more. But give it time, the curve doesn't just rise, it explodes. You go from dollars to thousands, from thousands to hundreds of thousands, and from hundreds to millions. Not by doing more, but by letting time and consistency do the heavy lifting. Let's run an example. Imagine you invest just $100 a month. That's less than what most people spend on streaming, coffee, and takeout combined. If you do that for 40 years and earn an average return of 10%, which is the historical average of the S&P 500, you're looking at over $630,000 from $100 a month. Now pause, breathe that in, because most people think you need to be rich to invest. The truth? You invest to get rich. And here's where it gets real. If you wait just 10 years to start, that $630,000 drops to around $270,000. You lose more than $350,000 just for waiting. Let that sink in. Not because you made a mistake, not because you picked the wrong stock, but because you waited. Compound interest punishes procrastination, but it rewards action like nothing else on earth. Now imagine this. You're 25. You start small. $25 here, $50 there. You set up automatic contributions. You invest in low-cost index funds. It's not flashy, it's not exciting, but it's working silently in the background every single day. While your friends are stressing over get-rich-quick schemes, you're building wealth that doesn't disappear with a tweet or a trend. You're not trying to time the market. You're letting time be the market. Because wealth isn't built with hype. It's built with habits. Every time you invest, even a few dollars, you're making a statement, I'm not a consumer anymore. I'm an owner. I don't just buy Apple products. I own Apple stock. I don't just use Amazon. I earn from it. You're playing a different game now. Fast forward 10, 20, 30 years. You've invested consistently. You've stayed the course. And now you have options, freedom, security, legacy. While others scrambled for the next hot tip, you quietly became wealthy. Not loud, not lucky, intentional. So, if $100 a month can turn into over $500,000, what could just $100 total do right now? That's what I show you in my next video. How to start investing with just $100. Because knowing the power of compound interest is one thing, but putting it into action, that's where lives change. If this video opened your eyes, imagine what happens when you take the next step, like this video. Subscribe to The Quiet Investor, and then watch How to Start Investing with Just $100. See you there.